Hello, Scratch Snapcrypt here, and welcome back to my channel. Now for today's video, I'll be reviewing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. This is a Netflix original Texas Chainsaw movie, and when I saw the trailer, I honestly thought it was going to be absolute dog shit. I was pretty confident that this movie was going to suck absolute monkey balls, because the thing is, we haven't had a good Texas Chainsaw movie in a very, very long time. Well, I'm here to answer the question, does the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022 suck? Is it terrible? My answer for you is no. It is not terrible, but it's not perfect either. It just kind of shifted my expectations. I was expecting it to be terrible, have some stupid ass plot, and I was just overall expecting it to just be really fucking stupid. And to be fair, the story is a little rough around the edges. In my opinion, the whole so many years later, and the protagonist from the original returning, pretty much the shit that Halloween 2018 did. The fact that they did it again for this movie, I just don't think it really belonged, honestly. That kind of bothered me that they just kind of threw that in there, because I'm like, well, it doesn't really belong, honestly. Like, I can kind of do without this extra plot line about how this woman is coming back all these years later to try to kill Leatherface. I'm just not really a big fan of that shit. Not to mention, I think some of the characters are a little stupid. I'm not gonna lie, I think some of the characters are kind of dumb. I will say though, that scene, the bus scene, where the guy is like, try anything, you're canceled, bro, and they all put up their cameras and shit, that was fucking funny, because the thing is, I hate cancel culture, but the fact that they pointed fun at it in this movie was fucking amazing. I love that. I was actually very regretful that I did not react to it for a video, because that line just had me baffled. It had me dumbfounded, because I was like, because you know, the thing is, the killer's not gonna give a shit. It's just fun, it's super fucking funny, and they're just poking fun at those kind of people, because unfortunately people like that have to be a part of society, and that's just how it is nowadays. And so when they pointed fun at that, I just couldn't help but laugh my ass off. And I'm not gonna spoil anything, but that bus scene was, I loved it. I also want to mention the guy that plays Leatherface. He did a phenomenal job. This is the scariest we've seen Leatherface in a very, very long time. And I won't argue, I wish we got a little more of him. This movie is an hour and 23 minutes. And in my opinion, I think it should be longer. Because, I mean, yeah, the pacing was alright, and the movie did a good job at keeping us, the viewers, invested the whole time. But in my opinion, I think the movie should have been maybe like 10-20 minutes longer, and had a little more of Leatherface killing people or just being Leatherface. And as for the ending, I mean, I'm not gonna spoil it. It's cheesy. It's a cheesy ending, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. But the end credit scene, I'm not gonna spoil anything. If you want to watch this movie, skip to the very end, because there's an end credit scene, and it's gonna show off something that you big Texas Chainsaw Massacre fans are gonna love. And when I saw it, I was like, holy shit, that's fucking sick. And I will say too, the credits themselves, the cinematography on the credits were fucking great. Overall, the cinematography on this whole movie is really good. And I ended up really liking it more than I thought I would, honestly. But the movie's not without its faults. There are some things I just did not like in this movie. Some of the characters are stupid, they say stupid things. They come off as really just overall annoying activists. You guys know what I'm talking about. And I'm just not for that shit. It's just annoying, really. But overall, Leatherface, badass as ever. The kills are great. The characters kind of piss me off a little bit. They're a little stupid. They say stupid things. One of the characters has sort of a traumatizing background, and I'm not going to say anything. It kind of took me by surprise, but I was just like, wow, they really went there. I feel like this movie, in a way, pokes fun and mocks cancel culture in some degrees, as well as how stupid some people are and the stupid shit that they say, I feel like is a little bit mocked in this movie. I just wish it was a little longer, and I wish we got a little more Leatherface, because the guy that plays him now, I definitely think this is one of my favorite Leatherfaces ever, and he did a phenomenal job. This movie was not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it could be absolute shit, because Leatherface, I haven't even seen Leatherface, but I heard it was bad, and I saw Texas Chainsaw 3D, and that was just a shit show. And so I really just had no hope for this movie, and it's impressed me, honestly. But on to the final verdict. For the cinematography, I think that it was pretty damn good. There's a lot of scenes where the lighting was really good, and overall the cinematography to me was pretty captivating at times. As for the music, man, I forgot to mention how it sounds fucking great. I really like the music score in this film, and I think they did a good job on it. As for the writing and story, like I said, rough around the edges. I am very conflicted on how I feel about the story. There's some beats in the story that I don't particularly agree with. And overall, I think the ending, very meh ending in my opinion. I'm very mixed on how I feel about the ending, and I think in some degrees it could have been better. And I think in just some degrees, I think the story overall could have been better. As for the acting, I think the acting was decent, but Leatherface stole the show. I think Leatherface, the guy that plays him, did an amazing job playing that character and adding a newfound terror to his behavior. And I think overall, Leatherface's acting was great. Everyone else was decent in my opinion. And for the final verdict, I think I'm gonna give Texas Chainsaw 2022 a 6.5 out of 10. I think that it was pretty good for what it is. Like I said, definitely not perfect. The kills were awesome. I loved the kills. They're so gory, and I will say something that I really liked about this film is it played with expectations. And overall, I enjoyed it. It was a fun ride, and it wasn't boring at all. But I can't say that I could recommend this film, because I know a lot of people definitely did not like this film. I think that it's not as bad as people are saying it is, but it's definitely not perfect, and there are some things I can see annoying certain people about this movie, and some things that even annoyed me. And for the final statement, rev up them chainsaws and get to hunting. Leatherface is back, bitches. I don't know where that came from, I just thought it sounded cool. But that'll be all for today's review. Did you guys enjoy Texas Chainsaw 2022? Let me know your thoughts down in the description below. All opinions are welcomed here. I'm overall impressed. I like when a movie can impress me and prove me wrong. I thought this movie was going to be absolute ass, and it definitely wasn't perfect, but I still really liked it and liked things about it, and I thought that the kills were fucking phenomenal. But if you guys enjoyed my review, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content, and definitely subscribe to become a slasher. All social media links in my merch down in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching my review for Texas Chainsaw 2022. I typically don't like doing reviews because everyone else does them. I'll do them for you guys, and whenever a new movie comes out that I'm interested in, I'll review it. But I'm definitely trying to do more content other than Chucky, and more on that to come soon, because I will be talking more about how I've been feeling about Chucky, as well as Season 2, and why I'm concerned about it. But I'm out of here. I'll catch you on next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget, guys, to keep on slashing.